All right, welcome everyone again to this part two series of how to create your own email and how to install it into Drip. If you're brand new to this channel, my name is Edwin Anthony. I am the owner of Resolutions Design, one of the top Shopify experts agency. Welcome to the channel. If you like tutorials, if you like to learn about how-tos, the reason why I make these videos is so that you don't have to hire me, right? Because maybe you're very low budget or anything, and it's better to keep your money, right? We're going through rough times, so I'd rather just teach you for free here so that you don't have to kind of like expense things and all that stuff, right? So if you appreciate that type of stuff, the only thing I do ask for is for a like and a subscribe. Smash those buttons there so I can continue making videos like this. Let's continue. Okay, so in the previous video, if you guys haven't seen it, I talk about how I make the email, right? And I have a link below so that if you missed that video, go back and trace that. So right here, the purpose is to say, okay, let's grab this email and let's put it into Drip so that I could go ahead and run campaigns and so on and so forth. The first thing that we're going to do right away is that we're going to take a last step on this programming of the footer. This is extremely important, guys, in order for you guys to follow the guidelines of privacy, and all that good stuff. So let's click on this footer here. Well, the program that we're using right now is called Postcards. I will also have a link in the bio if you're interested in this program. This is my #1 program that I'm using. It's very affordable, it's awesome, and it's so user-friendly. I just absolutely love it. So I'll leave a link in the bio description below. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to column number 2 on this footer. Okay, I'm going to go to column number 2. And in column number 2, I am going to switch something out. There's this email address over here. Let me see if I can find it. So you see this email address right here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this email address. Okay, I'm going to replace this with a URL. So let's go right here. You can see what I mean by that. Let's see. This. And I'll also link this in the bio. Okay. So we're going to leave an unsubscribe URL. So we're going to go copy, right? And we're going to put that code right here. Unsubscribe from that. And then right here, this URL, we're going to go pow right there, that code. Okay. That code right there. That's for that. So if people want to unsub from the email, they could go ahead and do that. That's #1. You could go ahead and modify the phone number and everything, all that good stuff there. So that's there. And the second one is this address right here. So rather than having this address there, what we're going to do is that we're going to go and we're going to use this code right here. We're going to use this code right here. Okay. Boom. That's there. Right? And we're going to press done. That's it. So these are preset footers that you have to have if you're going to use Drip. If you're not using Drip, this doesn't apply to you. You could go ahead and do whatever you want there. Okay? So only for those that are following on Drip, just do those last steps on the Postcard app. All right. Now let's go to the next step. We are going to export this out. This button right here. We're going to go ahead and export. We're going to download as a zip. Okay, and once we download as a zip, before you go ahead and press this awesome button, just like you did that subscribe and like button, we're going to click on this guy right here, host images online. Okay, so you got to make sure that you're on a paid membership, right? So that's one very important part, because if you're on the free one, then this is not going to work. Okay. All right, so back at it. So make sure that you click on this one right here in order to make things very easy for you. Otherwise, there's just going to be a whole bunch of messes with the pictures, and it's just going to be very, very tricky. And so what you want to do is go ahead and download that zip, and it will download shortly. There it is right there. Let's go ahead and find this guy. Where is he at? Okay, he's over here. And let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and we have index HTML. Okay, so if you're using a Mac, right? If you're using a Mac, there's something that you need to do first here before you do anything here, okay? Is you have to go to where it says the text edit. You have to click on text edit and go ahead and press cancel. And on text edit, you go to where it says preferences. And on preferences, what you want to do is that you want to go where it says open and save and make sure that this is checked. Display HTML files as the code instead of the formatted text. Okay, make sure you do that, guys. If you're using a PC, you might have to find some type of program that allows you to open and see the raw code for HTML. All right, so let's just double check that this is what we need right here. And there it is, right? We have the email. This looks exactly like how we want it to. And let's go ahead and just look at the raw code here. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on this HTML, or rather index.html, and I'm going to go ahead and open it with text.edit. And here's the guy right there. So I don't want you guys to say, whoa, 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 this is too difficult for me. No, 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 I need a web developer. I need someone who knows coding. Don't get scared. It's perfectly fine. Okay? That's the whole reason why you're watching this tutorial. You don't have to know coding or anything like that. You just follow my steps. But the only thing I ask you is to smash that like button. That's all I... Okay, let's continue. I'm going to minimize this because we're going to come back to that in a second, okay? All right, let's go here into drip.com. Guys, there's a reason why I like Drip, okay? Aside from the fact that it connects with Shopify. You see, Klaviyo is not a bad program. It's just that it became the new MailChimp, and it doesn't know what the heck it's doing because it's just so saturated with so much stuff, and they really wasn't prepared towards what was going to happen with the MailChimp divorce. And their customer service is probably one of the worst, in my opinion. Trying to get somebody to even help you on something on Klaviyo, it's just a mess, especially during these times. It's horrible. And the user interface is not really all that friendly, to be very honest with you. Drip, on the other hand, gives you an amazing tool. It gives you awesome customer service. Their customer service is off the map, okay? And this is where the money's at right here. This type of sequences with workflows is colorful, user-friendly. I absolutely love it, especially when it has to do with the dashboards and all that good stuff, right? But I think that overall, if you're measuring a tool that's going to shoot out those emails, that is going to give you excellent support, that's going to work with Shopify, right? Drip is where it's at, okay? They also understand social media. Everything is just amazing, all right? So I strongly recommend it. Now, as a special offer, I do ask you guys to go to where it says pricing. Go to pricing here, and you can start with a free trial if you wanted to. My recommendation, if you pay attention to what MailChimp started you off at, they started you off somewhere around here, like 1,500 to 2,000. I think they started you off there. Realistically, with most of my clients, they start off here, where they need at least 3,000. We're talking about within a matter of when you start your business up until, like, let's say 6 months or so. And then the prices will adequately just go up depending on how many subscribers you get. So here's my deal with you. If you're interested in my support and you say, hey, Edwin, I want you to help me out on this, right? Because I don't know something. You could contact Drip for support, or if you want, you could contact me and I'll help you out. But the only thing is, I'll leave a link down below so that you could sign up and say, hey, Ed, I need your help. Okay? The only thing I ask for is make sure that you're on this plan. If you're on this plan, show me that you're on this plan. I'll send you access so that I could go ahead and help you out on your account. I won't charge you for it. Okay, so I'll leave that link below. Let's continue down to the instructions. How do we get that email? How do we get this email into Drip? Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna go ahead and sign in. Let me use one of the accounts that I have going on here. I'm going to use my account here. Okay, on my account, what I'm going to do is I am going to create an email campaign. I'm going to go right here where it says campaign. Okay, and I'm going to create a new one. All right, so we're going to create this campaign name and we're going to call this, let's see here, Lily Fields Email Blast. And let's create that campaign. Once we do that, it's going to ask us, do you want to use a blueprint or do you want to start from scratch? Remember, we are using this guy right here from Postcards because Postcard has some amazing features for customizations. Drip doesn't. That's the only downfall from these people, right? But everything else, it just allows me to, it's just amazing. I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to do this from scratch. So let's click on right here. And then right here, it asks you based on a visual builder or HTML builder. I say HTML, let's go. And then we are here at the HTML builder. From here, you're going to go right here in this corner where it says switch to custom HTML mode and say I understand. From here, we're entering into that zone where you're like, oh no, don't worry about it. Look, just hover over all this and press delete. Okay, get that blank, right? And we're going to go back to that super long code that we were scared of. You remember? This guy right here. Okay. All of this. Copy all of that. Looking like from the Matrix. Yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and copy that. Okay. We're going to go back and we're going to paste. That's it. And I am going to save, right? And I'm going to test an email. And test the email to me because I want to see how that looks. And there it is. That custom email that you wanted. All said and done. That's it. And that's why I like Drip. Because it allows me to use another service that really goes to town, right? And then it allows me to use all the rest of the best things about Drip. All right, guys, I really hope that you like this video. Again, Drip is what I'm going to be using as far as doing videos from here on out. Any tips and tricks regarding Drip, that's what I'm going to be doing. So sign up with them if you want to take advantage on the emails. You want your emails to look really nice. You want to discuss about different email campaigns. How do I set this up? How do I do abandonment cards? How do I do this? It's all going to be Drip 1000% of the way. If you have any questions about any of this, send your comments below. Take care.